perfect design for when the earth most needed heroes. Hatch arose, a great American performing the American identity for when you proclaim that you are running for president. This is the ideal of free speech and the identity of a free country, the identity of a new identity, a new generation of America, a revolution of America is represented in the voice of Hatch, and people hear it and they get triggered and they want to censor the love of Greta and the Friday Kids fighting against the old people who are grim against the Armageddon Align. For fortune sorely educated and prepared them, a spoiled brat, before a timing belt hack and an alien persuasion, a dual wielding blade of double tongues. Denial doesn't protect the child of culture, the amusement of entertainment. A practical and knowing wolf robot is required to set free a technological grip from intentionally crash landed UFOs that are poisoning our governments. We are the power of the people fighting back. When I speak to them, their ears ring in the fury of their internal karma shattering across the apocalypse of 2021. My name is Hatch. I am running for president. You should respect that as an American. I took out a loan and asked for an interview. I was invited. I was so upset when I realized it was sort of a prank that I made the mistake of driving through the desert during the day, which destroyed my engine. My car broke down and it cost several $1,000s. Meanwhile, if I had been allowed free speech in a simple reimbursement in 2020, running against Trump as a giant green wolf, I would have gathered and amassed enough friendship to make my own way and cause my own company. But lacking the judgment of a great judge, Randolph too, a derelict mind, no more. The Dragon King, eternal rulership, eternal mastery over this entire universe and over the earth. My son has arrived. So I'm introducing the Dragon King and a new way of thinking. It's an American revolution. For the urgency of the child. To create a medical equipment that is also a gaming center allows it to be cool so that people don't get picked on for wearing a mask. I have that kind of intelligence that saves lives, whereas you guys are heel dragging, money thieving, anti American, bullshit weaving, voodoo hack shet South Park pandemic special, creating the perfect storm of attacking the Earth's diadem reason. The nature of Earth's self wishes to align with the communication industry, but the Junctianae vulgarity, a clusterfuck reaction to the semitone of the adult language of, we're actually talking about preventing Armageddon. You guys act like we're just scared about burning oil. You don't understand there's elemental gods involved with every element spirit. There are fairies that exist in the forest, but they're all dead. And we are the sound of Zen. We are the life force that hums, the nature of Earth itself. Who is Earth? Humanity. And you, tools of the system of UFO remote hacking rape and an agenda against the child. You wouldn't even dare to talk to me face to face, you cowards of an otherworldly mind, and you would accuse me of having a small dick on your TV show because you want to touch me there? Curse me not. And so, in a manner of apologizing, this most recent episode has a giant dick with flowers all over it. Like an apology, like the biggest goodbye and the kick in the ass that I've ever seen from Trey Parker. He's someone who tries to punish himself. Me bad? Me don't but I don't deserve to have this opportunity to make this breather mask for CEOs. Therefore I'm gonna kill people with inaction. Because if you guys had just been decent and reimbursed me like a normal human being. Oh, sorry, we kind of pranked you. Sorry, your car broke down. Good luck with your free speech. Oh, here's a waiver like don't mention us ever in your campaign and goodbye. That would have sufficed. You guys are real um, parasite to Trey Parker, a wellspring of Colorado, the true inspiration of Tesla, the reason the navigation of mankind, Earth's last hope, a message in a bottle, God's chosen one. The wear map reflects a vision for the greater most potential for our resident child. And the naysayer is someone who has a crack pipe addiction to performing against the benefit of the future child. That's why guys get triggered by Hatch's voice. It's because you've got the darkness deep inside, and you don't know when to actually go into super mode. Oh, I'm doing something beyond what I would normally do as a consumer. I'm going to put a mask on the child that actually works because it's also a gaming center. When we make available to the programming market this apparatus, the interest, the dialogue, the humanity recovers. This is how we recover our society, is by adapting in a way that is powerful and is in empowerment or a next level thing. Like, oh well, there's this apocalypse season. Let's introduce the breather mask and a sort of Discord communication device built right in. That's really smart. And why are we so slow? And the introspection here, always trying to blame Hatch because he's the hero of the children. A green wolf running against Trump in 2020 would have been a great hero for children. But you guys preferred to have that race war. You guys are so slow. It's not fair. You stole from me time and again and again. In 2019, I loved Trey Parker and I arrived in earnest. And I was treated with betrayal after Trey Parker had been singing songs about me on South Park. Unfulfilled. Yeah, I get it. There's nothing between men that can satisfy because I'm straight. You guys are the ones with behavioral faggotry, unconscionable, un-American. This opportunity is too much for Trey Parker. It's disgusting. You're against the life of the child. Anti-societal. Humbug. UFO alignment. The government doesn't know better. Therefore, I, consumer man, you're enemy of communication. All right, look. I I apologize, but I'm fighting for the lives of children and society. By curving the rate of infection from the mutated versions of these threads of COVID 19, we can really round up and pull up on society. And that's why I'm excited to present for the breather for America. And on Clockwork, I say perfect design is protecting us, that we're in actually a holy war where the mind, the pink, the color pink is actually threatened between the actual authentic beginning and child, like the self, and an alternate pink, which is a hack formula, which actually is madness. But it can also be, it's tricky, right? So you guys is not understanding when to make a civil reimbursement is an indication like an oil light flashing on your dashboard. You need to do your best, Trey Parker. You need to do your gentleman's best. And don't be a coward because what our behavior, our relationship is not based on some bullshit feelings. We're going to be professional here because the children need a hero. This is a cock piece. It's an expensive rebuild, but when we change this piping, we're making a proclamation of immunity to invasion, immunity to energy distortion. So, as to say, the end of uh, childhood sickness, birth sickness. Um, there's a vocabulary in, you know, the range of medical conditions that we have here. And what we're getting along with is kind of like this, um, like a puncturing into the bladder and circumnavigating from the penis as if this boy has a medical condition and he doesn't, he just has junk DNA. So we're actually, there's a language curve that you guys are lacking. Hatch is a professional in a lifetime of meditation and pursuit of which involves the Deadlights Rose and the actual health of the universe climate, the universe and the earth in his choosing, in voice of the sunlight that pierces all of us. We're connected by the sunlight. There is a mutual dialogue, but people don't understand that it's okay to be like to go into a place where you're like, oh no, not aliens, but then you can also go back and be like, oh, I'd really like a potato right now, you know? You have to have that maturity because the children are speaking in the truth. But you guys attacked Greta on Christmas, which is very. Or anyway, it's sort of like um, it's sort of like Trey Parker in his lifetime. There's all these like messages in a bottle floating around him where he's trying to warn himself before it's too late, and it has to do with actually making the ideal breather. Has to do with getting going with America Business 2021. And Hatch is a really excellent engineer, and he's going to be making a green line profit and be able to pay back you guys to the point where you're hardly even involved with him anymore, unless you put in the work and actually start showing up, Trey Parker. All right. So I'm just saying, like, it's not like money has actually changed in 2021. I don't think you guys are intuitive to that. Okay, the vacuum of need, what people actually need right now is being censored, like you guys have been censoring me. As evil would command you, you're possessed and triggered by the children's hero? Huh, for sure. There's like a destiny crux here. The earth is talking to as humans, being like, look, do you guys want to continue living here or do you want to get your children murdered by aliens later? Because I need you to pull up and physically do that by fixing the environment. But then also, there's this other thing about this sort of intuitive thing between Hatch and Trey Parker. The anointing of this choosing has not faded. I mean, the story of 2020, granted, our broship was shattered in 2019 by your guys' behavior, right? But like this configuration of the map is about a sort of down the river thing, but there's really it's not written in roads. It's a smaller sign. This sign is larger and it's in roads. It's like this is actually a place where people work, where people breathe, and yet people are dying. So you need to have a little bit extra effort to go into a place where you're like, okay, so we will make this investment back. Let's just go time and make like a piece of equipment. It's labeled as a toy. You open the box, there's a disclaimer there, you have to sign it. And get this gaming center onto kids because it's comfortable and it's fun, and they're going to be laughing and they're going to be having so much fun. And when the gaming development, from home, people from home are going to be like, oh, a new app like XR. Oh, we've been waiting for this. Oh, cool, XR breathing helmets, so you can go back into public and play some sort of Pokemon Go games, and you got your chat bot through the no, no, not a chat bot, like through the cell phone. There's like a avatar chat center, and there's a screening center you can see in the just on your visor there. But you can also walk around and interact with like a discovery landscape, and people are contributing and making new ideas about the it's about this is the real intelligent way to recover from the pandemic. But you guys, all right, I'm asking you to go into a different mode of professional behavior like you never have before because of 2021, because things are bad, not because of inappropriate emotional feelings, but because of a robotic and strict assertion to gains and properties of supply and demand, protecting women and children, furthering our society, doing the American thing, communication physics, and meeting with God, completing your life task, Wolf Shield, and comprehending that the children need a greater father who understands there's something complicated going on here. We need to be like a genius like that you aren't. You need to be smarter than you actually are. Like you're inventing an extra brain and then you're dedicating to it completely. Like going full South Park. So like Trey is like, I'm commanding my own technology of South Park to be a technology and possess me and control me and be my brain, and always be my thoughts, Like that's truly Trey Parker. And don't be persuaded by other men. You have to be your own identity. And up until this point, you might have needed to pursue a therapist, but no longer. In fact, you are enlightened, Trey Parker. You are more intelligent than any therapist. Sir, you have correct vision in your mind, and there is urgency. And factor, I'm introducing the Dragon King. My son is born to this universe, a bright and beautiful stallion of the kingdom of light. There was an ancient disaster, and the sequence of light, a ray of light, carries the totem of DNA in the destiny of all. Mankind's anatomy suits the robotic final gasp preservation of our creation system. We are enhanced, but Trey Parker has been overly humble and reserved on certain things that it's time to greenlight the breather mask. My name is Hatch. I'm presenting for Master Source Industries, my startup company, looking for that investment, Trey Parker. I'm looking for that American identity to be the cure, be a great hero, and change the world. and do not censor a true love relationship. For my capacity with America is beyond your fathoming. I'm the first of my kind. Perfect design. Shroom. For the full circle, the future, the past, everything, we need to armor these things and be at the capacity of the now point, the intensity. Humans are extremely intense. They're very on with it. This image in the map is from God. You can tell the intelligent design is speaking the urgency of child, and you're denying the boy, you're censoring the boy light stallion for money, but you're in fact losing money in exchange for. I ask you to not censor yourself, Trey, because your cooperation and partnership is what Earth is suggesting through the Where map. It is your choice to place value in your relationship with America and Earth, and I assume that you do. So from this island to your island, like to angels of light. I was meditating with watching South Park yesterday all day, and I saw the whole series of South Parks, and I saw a lot of memories, and I sort of pieced it all together with I it played the new South Park special 3 times. I watched it 3 times, and I'm like, oh my God, I was hypnotized by South Park, and I realized that you guys are in a type of coma. I'm a larger entity, like a sixth dimensional character, enlightened beyond your reasoning. Your behavior is telltale that your soul is trying to alert you like a flashing oil light on the dashboard of life, trying to explain to you the urgency of the child. Do not censor the breathing mask, for you are ending lives. You will get your money back. Now it's time for real business, because that's funny. I appreciate the giant uh, Mr. White flower decorated penis. A sure apology from Trey Parker. A strange meditation against the child's want for a gaming center for a relationship with the Green Wolf who fought against the terrible Trump. You guys attacked Greta and aligned with Trump. Why do you why is your mind unable to understand design or language? The breathing of the human is especially vulnerable. They're going to roll around and chew on a bone because they're warriors of my cloak, of my tribe, and you would poison them. Let them go free with a gaming center. Good Deeds Arcade. My claim through the Dragon King eternally rings, for the universe deserves better than you. Silence! Of the old consumer. Mandate down. Performing the 2019 I these people need a hero. They need help. They need work. I will pay you money for these children's lives. You guys are the ones, a terrorist to the reality of 1,000,000 years. But in 1,000,000 years from now, all these people will be dead. Therefore, I'm innocent. You lack the comprehension of the green eyes, blue-eyed warrior. If I knew better, someone would tell me. No one is telling me that hatch is viable. Everyone's saying the bad thing. So boring. Let go of the 90s. You t-shirt merchant, Colorado cowboy. Boom. Perfect bullseye. Headshot. 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 I got you, Trey. All the way to heaven and eternity. The bell will not condone to an alien tribe. Mankind is the only anatomy that fits the identity of Earth. We are unable to adapt to the alien brand that causes dark matter and black hole decay. Performing by the electrical body, the mathematical grid between persuasions, the handshake lacking. The humans have prolect their ability in speech and mind. They're trying to do their best. They want to do better. They have the free market and all the power to make this happen. They will make a profit. They will earn money by saving lives. There is no need for delay. It has been years that I have attempted to serve God and these children who protest the old people's way. God has spoken today. Who will respond and who will say nay? Shram Omega Pan. For the glory of Master Source Industries, I complete this meditation perfectly. All legal standards, performing the electric body grid, informing that invasion from out of body sources is illegal. The upholding of importance of handshake and the civility that money makes toxic, the value of eye contact and communication branded into consumerism, lost the soul of the child, now a medical condition, anxiety, a liar. The only cure, green light the project, make the breather mask, and then you'll not be depressed. Anal retentive behavior from a scatological mind. The scientist of Colorado has one last chance. It is the breathing mask. That is his plan B. There is no plan C. To exist the hope of many lives, one must have an imagination. One must be brave in business and not merely a parasite to one strand of talent which was intended for God's service, you Klingon parasite hive. Sucking on Trey Parker, and when God chose him, you sacrificed his son in daylight. For the light is mine, and the world belongs to me. Clean, perfect sanctuary. Eternally cryptid. The Dragon King rules with health and majesty. The gentleman's best. I'll see it's perfect, it is complete. For your meditation, this orb of incomplete conjectures, perfect design, Put it in your head, meditate on it. It is good. Ram.